Assalamu alaikum students. We are discussing about Faraday's law. Before discussing Faraday's law, we see the diagram of Faraday's law. There is a cell. In this cell, electrolysis cell means battery. In this cell, electrolysis reaction is proceed. We all know that electrolysis. What is the meaning of electrolysis? These reactions occur in the presence of electrolyte and the ions movement occur. Okay, we all know that when the reaction of electrolysis proceeds, the ions movement occur and collected on the electrodes. Now, the definition of Faraday's law. It is stated that the amount of substance produced at an electrode is related to the quantity of electricity passed. मीन्स जितना अमाउंट ऑफ करंट हम पास करेंगे सेल के अंदर से इतना ही अमाउंट ऑफ सब्सटेंस जो है हमें इलेक्ट्रोड पर मिलेगा। ठीक है, इतना ही अमाउंट ऑफ करंट हमें इलेक्ट्रोड पर मिलेगा। Now, what is the first law of Faraday? Okay, what is called the first law of Faraday? What is the statement of first law of Faraday? It states that during electrolysis, the amount of any substance they deposit on any electrode is proportional to the quantity of electricity passed through the electrolyte. Here is a diagram. Okay, जितना अमाउंट ऑफ करंट हम इसमें से पास करेंगे इतना ही अमाउंट जो है इलेक्ट्रोड पर डिपॉजिट होगा। ओके, देयर इज अ टू इलेक्ट्रोड्स, कैथोड एंड एनोड. Anode has positive charge and cathode has negative charge. It represented as M directly proportional to the Q. Ma'am, why we use directly proportional? Because we are discussing that how much electricity is provided to the cell, so the quantity of substance will deposit on the electrode is same. If electricity increase, so amount increase. If electricity decrease, so amount decrease. Okay, clear students? Now M denote the mass of any substance and Q denote the charge. Now the formula will be M directly proportional to the IT. Ma'am, what is IT? IT means Q is charge is equal to I and T. I mean current and T mean time. Okay, I mean current and T mean time. जितना अमाउंट ऑफ करंट हम पास करेंगे इतना ही उसका जितने टाइम में हम अमाउंट ऑफ करंट पास करते हैं इतना ही उसका चार्ज होता है. ओके, नाउ when we remove the directly proportional we use constant and the constant of first law of Faraday is Z. Now the equation becomes M is equal to ZIT. Again I am repeating Z is equal to constant. While we all know that Z is equal to E divided by F. E means molar mass divided by X. Now students, I am telling about the value of 1 Faraday. The value of 1 Faraday is 96500 CB. CB means coulomb. Okay. CB is the unit of Faraday we use in the numericals. Okay. Now the equation becomes Z is equal to E divided by 96500. X denote the electron transfer. How much electron transfer? How much valency factor of the element? Okay, F is equal to 1 Faraday means 1 mole of electron. Now the equation became M is equal to mm divided by x dot 1 divided by f dot it. This is the equation of first law of Faraday. Clear, student? Okay, students, you will clearly understood the first law of Faraday. Now we are discussing about second law of Faraday. It states that when the same quantity of electricity is passed through different electrolytes in series, the masses of substances deposited or liberated at the electrodes are directly proportional to their respective chemical equivalent weights. Means when this law apply, there is a series connection here, but in the first law we didn't study about the series, but there is a series connection when we also use two different electrolytes for solution. Here is zinc sulfate solution and the another one is copper sulfate solution. मीन्स इसका मतलब ये है कि जितना वेट हमारे जिंक सल्फेट सॉल्यूशन का होगा और कॉपर सल्फेट सॉल्यूशन का होगा और जैसे ही हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी अप्लाई करते हैं तो इतना ही अमाउंट जो है वो डिपॉजिट होगा इलेक्ट्रोड्स पर अंडरस्टैंड इट डिफाइंड मैथमेटिकली एज MZN is equal to EZN. E denote the equivalent weight. Okay. Divided by F dot IT. We all know F is Faraday, I is current, T is time. For copper sulfate, we can write here MCU is equal to ECU divided by F dot IT. Okay. We write this equation for both zinc sulfate solution and copper sulfate solution. If charge and time will be same, so the ratio will be MZN divided by MCU. Why we are dividing? Because we are finding the ratio of zinc sulfate and copper sulfate solution. How much zinc is deposited and how much copper is deposited on copper electrodes. Understand? MZ10 divided by MCU is equal to EZ and we combine both equations of zinc and copper. EZ10 divided by F dot IT divided by ECU divided F dot IT. There is F and F. Faraday. They both are cancel out and IT and divide in form IT both are cancel out. So our equation is remaining mzn divided by mcu is equal to ezn divided by ecu. This is the equation of second law of Faraday, and this equation used in numericals. Okay, students. Hopefully, students, you are clearly understood the first law of Faraday and second law of Faraday. Thank you so much, students. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. And if you have any question, ask me. If you want to get any new lecture, you can write in comments. Okay, Allah Hafiz.